What's going on, everybody? We're here. We're on the screen. You see the score in the middle. The Leafs, they lose again. And just like that, in the span of like 4 days, we've had to see two teams wear a leaf on their chest and lose to an American team. But we're not talking about that one anymore. Connor McDavid have to face enough of those questions. But the question tonight is, why on earth does this team make me want to go to an insane asylum and continue watching them? Why do we wear these jerseys when they keep losing? But the only way we're going to answer those questions is if we get here at the Endless Test, where every day feels like game day. And I got to introduce the crew that's going to help us get through all the troubles that you might be having with this team. First, above me, the most optimistic man I know about the Leafs, it's Adam the GOAT. And above
I'm optimistic.
And to the right up there with the Tavares jerseys in the knee line. I don't see a captain underpants, even though he's the gold medal, only one with a gold medal. He's got a gold medal around his like Kurt Angle. Stand for your money.
Woo! Hello, everybody. I like the whole music and big intro. Felt like a WWE SmackDown, bro.
Well, I want to smack. We want to smack something, and right now it's the players that play on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Because
oh boy,
is right.
Oh boy.
I was just telling the boys tonight that my whole night consisted of me going to Rogers, sitting at the mall for 3.5 hours trying to get my phone to turn on, had to buy a new phone, and yet somehow the more annoying headache is this hockey team. That was more of a headache than having to do all that and spend money and lose my phone. But
wow.
I don't get it, boys. So let's get into it. But again, of course, we got the amazing crew. Of course, fortunately, Jacob Moore, the Sports Tales, is not with us tonight. We hope, but I don't blame him because I don't know what else to say. Like, we've come on.
Maybe it'll show up in the comments.
We've had 3 weeks off. Oh yes, for sure. I gotta watch the comments. And
yes,
there's Dan Moore.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Maybe I'll move myself over here on the other side here.
Good idea.
You can actually read so you can actually see me if it'll let me move it. But yeah, it's just wow.
Oh well, it's okay. We'll figure it out.
I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say.
Do what? They looked a little rusty, surprisingly. You expect someone like Austin Matthews, who just went to Italy, did his little parade at the White House and everything. You think he would be tired, but it was the Westie team that looked tired. I'm like, people, you've had 3 weeks off? But there was sometimes when you first come back from a vacation, there's a thing called jet lag, right? And you get tired, even though you're on a vacation, you were so busy on the vacation, you're tired when you just got back. So hopefully that's the case of these guys, if they were just rubber legs and not working out the past 3 weeks. But the problem is now you're back to back tomorrow. So it's not that you can have a rest and get over tonight's episode and move on. No, you got to get right back to it tomorrow. So we'll see how that affects the Maple Leafs here. They only had 5 games between the trade deadline and the Olympic break. If they go 0-2 right off the hop, they only got 3 games left. That's 6 points up for grabs. That's really tough. So I think that makes tomorrow's game even more important.
100%. Adam, anything you want to add? Because I'm like I said, at this point, I'm speechless.
It was one of those games where it's I want to give them, I want to give everybody outside of, I want to give Matthews a break just because he just played a game 2 days ago. And mind you, since that game, he came back from Milan to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So mind you, he was already kind of in Florida and then got drunk because they were partying in Miami, went all the way to DC, went to the White House, came back today or last night late, skated this morning. So it's not like he's had a nice little it's a mini break, but it's he just played a game and played over 20 minutes tonight. So mind you, fair play to Austin Matthews.
Yeah, for sure.
20 minutes tonight. He didn't decide to take it or he didn't allow Craig Berube to allow him to be easy tonight. He wanted to come out and perform. William Nylander had 2 points. Matty Nyes had 2 points.
Yep.
But it's like, and it's
What kind of toast are they?
It's the story of the season where it's like you're down 3-0, you get the goal to make it 3-1. That's like, okay, you're in the game now. Now you have a chance with like 4 minutes left. And then they go down the ice and they concede 30 seconds. And it's like, it's the story of the season where it's like,
literally.
you can't get a save when you need a save. And it's like Tampa Bay, fair play to Tampa Bay and fair play to Nikita Kucherov, fair play to Vasilevsky, like fair play to Braden Point. Like, that team is amazing. This Tampa Bay team is the second best team in hockey, in my opinion. I think them and Colorado are just above everybody else. They've been playing so well this season. And it's just like, it's the story of the Leafs season, really, at the end of the day. It's been such a frustrating season. And it's like, it's still mathematically possible for the Leafs to make the playoffs. Now, mind you, I'm not saying they should buy, but like they did say that the Leafs were that they were gonna sell no matter what anyways. They said before the break. So is anything the Leafs could do in the next week gonna change upper management's mind?
Adam, here's the question.
No.
Here's the question the fans want to know. Do you still think the Leafs are making the playoffs?
No, I'm not gonna change. No, I'm not one of those people who are gonna change their opinion willy-nilly like that. I'm gonna stick to my opinion that I had before. It's not going to change. I'll admit I'm wrong when the Leafs are eliminated from the playoffs, but I'm not going to change my opinion because you're asking if I'm going to change it. No, why am I? Well, like, I'm not going to be Stephen A. Smith. I'm not going to be one of the big guys on the tele that you watch on the TV. I'm not going to keep willy-nilly my opinion because of the way the public or everybody else perceives. I'm going to stick to my opinion. I think the Leafs can still make the playoffs. I'm going to stick with it until they're eliminated. I'll admit that I'm wrong when it's time to admit it. But as far as I'm aware, there's still 24 games left in the season, and the Leafs are not mathematically eliminated from the season. So I will not be changing my opinion, nor will I be admitting I'm wrong yet. So you guys will have to wait at least a couple more weeks until I admit that my opinion is wrong. But no, Brandon, I will not be changing my opinion because why would I? There's no point. There's no reason to change my opinion yet. I don't like. I don't think
they're going to.
I don't like to be willy-nilly.
Funfish thinks that you think that they're going to Stanley Cup Finals. Let's go.
Funfish,
1967, baby.
Funfish, do you want me to tell you? I think the Leafs are going to make the playoffs and then lose because this team is not good enough to go on a deep run. I don't know what. I don't know. Like just like last year. I thought of this last year. I'm like, I don't know what people thought they saw last season that led them to believe that the Leafs could go on a deep run last year. And I think it's still like, I don't think there's anything that the Leafs have shown so far this season that show that they're going to go on a deep run this year. I don't think that. I just think that the Leafs are going to make the playoffs at least because I think this team is too talented. Talented. I said talented. That doesn't mean anything about on-ice performance. That means they're like Austin Matthews, William Nylander, John Tavares, Matty Nyes. Like this team is talented enough. Now, the hard work and what shows on the ice is not there to make the playoffs. But I'm not going to change my opinion. I'm not one of those people who changes their opinion willy-nilly. I have total, and I would like to think, I just have faith that I think this team could do it because I think teams ahead of us won't continue their form that they're in right now. I just don't think it's possible that that Detroit, Boston, I don't think Florida are going to get much better, if I'm being honest with you. Vasilevsky is having his worst season. No, sorry, not Vasilevsky, but Bobrovsky is having his worst season of his career at like an .877 save percentage. I don't think that situation is going to get any better. Like, that's just how I think. I'm not going to switch up yet, but
I just want to let everybody know I dropped
these two will, but that's not I think I will do.
I've dropped it in the comments. If you want to chat along, we'll tally up your scores. Please put a yes if you believe. If you're like Daniel Bryan and you're like, yes, the Leafs will make it. They're going to do it. Or if you're like,
or if you're like a negative Nancy like me, you're gonna be like, no. I like that song that came out 2 years ago. That's like, oh no,
That's
oh
what I'm
no,
saying.
oh no,
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 no.
no.
Put an N if you don't, and we'll tally up your comments and put a Y and an N, and we'll show them up, and we'll see who wins at the end of the day. But we have a lot of comments coming in, and I do want to address one comment that you said, Dan, and there's a one comment from the White Canadians from Wilfred Witzke, where he said Austin Matthews should have been rested. See, I don't actually think so, because I actually look at it differently. You guys may look at it he should have been rested because he just played a crucial tournament in Italy, but you could also argue that should boost his spirits. Like, he should be coming in here being so like energetic and so ready to go because he just played so high level hockey. And I'll go back this. I remember back in the World Cup of Hockey, or even in the Four Nations, you saw the players that played in that tournament. The next few games, they were lights out, amazing, because they had played such a higher level of hockey that when it came time to go back to the NHL, it was like they were like miles ahead of them at this point, because you played a playoff style hockey. Then you got to go back to the regular season where it's a little more, let's be honest, at this point, a little more chillaxed than that. So you've got a lot more room, a lot more energy. You've been feeling it. You've been out there. You've been skating. Everyone else has been like sitting at home, just being like ordering on their Uber Eats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, we got Brendan saying sell.
I know usually I'm the one beating up Austin Matthews, but I think he actually looked pretty good tonight. He was, again, playing 200 feet of the ice. He got an assist. He was good on his face-offs. And I think winning the gold medal for Team USA, as much as he wasn't the deal breaker for winning that gold, he didn't lose him the gold either. He still got the job done. Right? He was very good setting down Connor McDavid, which arguably is the best player in the world. And I think Matthews has that extra step. I think he looked pretty good tonight.
Matthews sure looks like Matthews tonight compared to Team USA.
Matthews, I will say this. I will say this because
100% Wilfred Wilski.
Like, I understand. I have a point on this. I'm going to get my first point across, though. I will say this because I feel like people criticize Matthews a lot, and I understand the credit. I'm not saying Matthews is playing bad by saying this, because I have to say that because then people are going to come at my neck and misunderstand what I'm trying to say. Because it's very, I'm not gonna keep trying to explain this to people, but Matthews, a lot of people say Matthews played bad in the gold medal game. Well, I think the complete opposite.
He played good.
Matthews was up against the McDavid line. He was not sent out there to score goals because he's on one of the best teams in the world in the United States. They had a stacked team. He was not there just to produce offense, but he was there to defend and to shut down the McDavid line, which he did. Did any of them score goals? No. Did any of them score any points? I'm pretty sure none of them got a point. So Matthews did his job as he was put out there to do. Now, mind you, Matthews came out there tonight. He had just an assist. He wasn't amazing tonight. But is that because Matthews played bad, or is that because everybody else sucked? You can't just blame. You can't just say Matthews. Everybody, nobody.
Some people in the comments did, Brendan. We just dropped it was Wilfred. Well, if it was Wilfred
to be fair, other players like Hellebuyck didn't play tonight for isn't playing tonight for Winnipeg. Mind you, that's a completely different situation.
Kyle Connor's playing.
Played all. Yeah. Well, Hellebuyck played every game outside of one, and was the best player. I think maybe Hellebuyck should have won MVP. I said Slafkovsky should have won MVP. But again, Hellebuyck had a pretty good resume.
I think Hellebuyck should have won, to be honest.
Like Hellebuyck played like last season's Hellebuyck.
Oh, right.
Whether he can produce that now for Winnipeg throughout the rest of the season is a completely different situation.
Really?
The team was just bad tonight. And I get it. We need to start winning games, but when you play a team of the Tampa Bay Lightning's caliber, I'm not going to sit here and be mad that they lost this game because Tampa Bay were just better. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no excuses. There's nothing of the sort. There's no point in coming out and trying to excuse what happened because it happened and they were bad. Now, my other point I was going to say was watching the core is torture. I saw that comment come up, and I'm just going to say it because it's a completely obvious answer to your equation. I'm going to be a smartass here because that's like my favorite thing to do. Just stop watching the team.
Amazing.
If you hate watching the Toronto Maple Leafs play hockey, then don't watch them. It's so easy to just turn off your remote and Lane. If and everybody's gonna just, I'm gonna you can complain and everybody's allowed to complain all they want. But if you're just gonna continue to complain and be like, oh, the Leafs are just ruining my day and ruining my mood, then just don't watch the team play. I get that it's it's a smart ass thing and it's so easy for you. But it's true. Just don't watch the team then. Why ruin your day and why ruin your mood? Just don't watch the team play. If you don't want to come out here and support the team and watch, I'll watch every game no matter what, because that's just, I want to support the team. I want to watch them play.
Mm-hmm.
What else am I going to do with my day? What else am I going to do with my night after work? I might as well just watch them. If it's bad, it's bad. I'll just turn it off. But
USA.
That's just my, and it's the same thing with the media is just going to be hounding the team after this game, I'm sure, on Saturday when they go back to Ottawa. Yeah. But it's just that, just don't watch the team anymore. If you're going to be a sour grape about it and you're just going to just continue to just say, oh, this team sucks and I don't want to, this core sucks and trade everybody, just don't watch the team. Just pick another team and watch them. Well, I think if you want to be happy, go ahead. I know it sounds bad saying this, but it's if you're going to be unhappy watching, you don't have to watch. The Leafs aren't forcing you to watch. You turn off the game, just don't turn it back on. Just don't watch any more Leafs hockey this year.
Just so you know, we cannot show comments that are political comments, but if you want to take
come on, that one's okay.
I don't know if Jacob wants.
Oh, Jacob's not here.
Well, I'm still not going to show.
I've always got a comment, Captain Mega. He looked like he facing himself pretty good in the White House.
Said it, so we have to address it now. But
you went to, okay. Well, if we're gonna bring it up, we might as well just address, not really
not true,
but
not true.
Let's just
Where's the sound effect?
I don't know how the buttons work.
Think you're lying.
I don't even.
True. It's not true.
There you go. Not true.
I turned off 1 second, Dan. I turned off with Tampa's third goal. Stopped watching for 10 years because of Sundin. Whoa.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's a wild time. So you're not even a fan then. If you're gonna if you can just turn off and not watch the team for 10 years because
maybe he's not a Maple Leaf fan. Maybe he supports another team.
Yeah, no, that's what I just said. I'm then you're not really a fan.
That's okay. We welcome fans from everywhere.
Adam, I do want to address one thing you said though, but you do have to understand where the frustration comes. I'm not saying that
I never said I did. I understand where the frustration's coming from. I'm frustrated.
Horrible.
No, just because I come on here and say that I think the Leafs are going to make the playoffs doesn't mean I'm frustrated. And Lane, you and Jacob bringing this up a lot, and it's I'm not.
Dude,
I'm not positive for being. I'm not positive. I'm just being. The odds, if the odds say the Leafs can make the playoffs, I'm going to say I think the Leafs can make the playoffs because I'm not lying. I'm not lying. I get the frustration, Lane, because I'm frustrated. I might not come here and show it because what's the point? What's the point of me coming on here and just being mad all the time?
It's fun. Let's break stuff.
It's fun to be the crazy.
It's fun to be the crazy guy. Yeah.
But the team is what the team is. At the end of the day, this is what the team is. And I'm not going to I'm not going to just continue to be frustrated because I know what this team is. Marner left and this team is not as skilled. The power play is of course going to falter because Marner's not here. But it's all of this stuff happens. And it's I think anybody who thought this team wasn't going to struggle a little bit this season, just because of the differing, a lot of changes. And just different players, and it's it's another year, and it's a different it's the same system, but it's new players have to adjust to the system. The goaltenders weren't going to perform as well as they did last year, and it's it is what it is, and it's like I get the frustration, but if you're gonna just be frustrated, I'm gonna stay it. Like I'll keep saying it. Like just don't watch the team then. If you're just gonna, if you're so frustrated, just don't like that. That's just my thing. Like I'm not gonna like nobody's forcing you to watch this team play hockey.
That's fandom.
And you're gonna hate it. But I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna come out here and say you're frustrated, but continue to watch the games and be annoyed all the time and say this team needs to trade everybody, but you yourself are deciding to continue to watch this hockey and continue to subject yourself to this, then that's your own fault. Like you can complain all you want because that's your right. You can complain all you want, but don't go and not expect somebody to say back to you, okay, yeah, but you're continuing to watch this hockey. You're continuing to watch this team suck.
I mean, I'll
worst. Gladly watch it because I at least find the hockey games that I'm watching entertaining, even if the Leafs are losing. Like this game, watching Tampa slick that puck around as a hockey fan was amazing, and I love to watch
Tampa
that.
Looks really good.
That was amazing. Like who wouldn't be entertained by that? Like I don't
and
care.
Vasilevsky played incredible too.
So watching Nikita Kucherov and Andrei Vasilevsky play hockey is a joy. Like Andrei Vasilevsky is an amazing goalie. Nikita Kucherov is one of the best players on the planet who doesn't get his flowers enough. Sorry, Lane, for cutting you off. I'll let you go.
It's all good.
Because I've just been rambling.
It's all good. No, but I know. I don't know. I want to speak for the fan because I really feel like. Now again, I know we view the game. Everybody knows. I am literally mentally crazy. Literally, the minute they go 1-0, I'm screaming in my room. I'm like, what? It's like Armageddon in my room. But I don't know. It's always been like that. But I don't know. That's just because of me. Like I don't know if it's because I have a hypochondria of losing or what it is. But I cannot handle watching this team lose. Does that mean that I don't love the Leafs? Of course I love the Leafs. It's because I can sit here and watch an NFL game.
You love the Leafs too much. That you care too much. But that's the right word for it.
But a lot of fans do, Adam. A lot of the fans.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying they don't, but I'm saying
fans that are feeling like this. I think what you're missing is, this is my opinion. I know what you're saying. If it's going to put you in that mood, if it's going to make you be anger management, and it's going to ruin you, and it's going to make you do things that you shouldn't do, you probably shouldn't do it. Mike Wilner told me that about the Blue Jays. He said the Blue Jays aren't for you, bro. He actually said that. I made a tweet about them losing a baseball game, but that doesn't mean I'm going to ever stop watching the Blue Jays, okay? Because just because my passion is deeper and runs deep doesn't mean that I hate the sport. I don't hate the Leafs.
Sure.
I don't hate it. I just want them to win. Do I want them to win too much to a point where it might be a little toxic? Sure, I'll admit it. I'm a little toxic, but I don't care because it's at the end of the day, if they ever won the Stanley Cup, I'll be down. I'll be going on the train, whatever time it is.
Yeah.
And I'll stand at Union
Camping
Station.
out all night.
I'll stand at Union Station for the next 3.5 weeks, give up my car, sell my room, and I'll stand at Union Station for the parade and be the first person there.
100%.
Okay? So at the end of the day, maybe for me and a lot of these fans, the passion is too much. And I get it. I'm one of those people that wears my heart on my sleeve. When this team loses, it frustrates me to a level that I can never understand. But maybe actually, you know what? I might actually do that. If the Leafs are winning Stanley Cup, I actually may get a tattoo.
I'll do it.
What I think the thing is, it's like it's not that people like the team.
That always makes it feel better. Well, hold on. Before we go in this, I want to address this. How many times have I said this? How many times have I said that? Where is Hill to be?
Me and you, Lane.
Where's Hill to be?
Me and you, Lane. I told everybody this months ago. I said trade Stolars. He sucked to start this year. You're crazy to think that he wasn't going to suck again this year.
Oh, no, we're losing a spring training.
Again
now.
Goodness.
Yeah.
So Dan, yes. Do you know what's pretty funny? So I was telling Jacob when we were about to leave for work. About to leave from work. I told Jacob, I was like, watch Dan come on here and still blame Wool for this loss despite Wool not playing. I thought it was a joke, of course. I was like, Dan's going to come on here and he's going to say, Wool is at fault for this. Wool
has played pretty well. Wool has played pretty well this season. I got to admit that. Okay. I'm just still upset about the Game 7 of last year. But hey, this year, he's played well.
Dan, I do want to ask you, which of our goalies currently, like as they currently are playing, so not how they've played in the past,
yep,
but how they currently No, I don't think Stolar's extension is on yet. I think it's for this
It is.
upcoming.
It's for next year.
Is it now?
still-
It's for next year. Yeah, it's for next year. Yeah.
But
It's for
still,
next
you
year.
trade him in
But
the
I know
offseason,
Brendan's
you don't have to
saying-
pay him any of it. No, I
Yeah.
understand what Brendan's saying.
handed him.
You got to pay him before his contract, his new so you got to pay him. You got to like trade him at the draft or something. You can't let that contract come in.
Right, because I believe
you're
the
not
contract
together.
starts July 1st, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's
Yeah.
when it's kind of like the fiscal year for hockey, July 1st, right? First
that's-
8 days of
Hildeby
free
should get a
agency.
run at it. Hildeby
Yeah.
should get a run at
He was
it.
the last.
Hildeby should get a run at
I've
it.
said this 1,000 times. He was the last best goalie. He
It's
was
true,
the last best
100%.
You cannot ignore that he was the last best goalie they actually had when this team was red hot, like this color,
Yeah.
color. They were red hot when he was the goalie in the net. They took him out, and ever since he's been playing in the little Marlies games, they have sucked.
Yeah,
Him and
it's
Wolf
true.
shared starts during that run. It wasn't
It's-
just
Does he have
Hildeby.
trade protection this year, or does let's look? I want to. Is it this year? Or
I
does
don't
it
think
kick
he
in
has
next-
any trade protection on his contract. I don't know.
I think it
look.
starts next year.
Let me
But
look,
to
let me
answer
look.
Adam's question, though, as much as I like what Stars did last year, at this point in time, I have to trade Anthony Stars. I just have a hope of God someone's willing to take him. And I think
I think
someone is
somebody-
willing to take him because he's a big guy.
He does have
He
a modified
has-
no trade clause.
He has some big
What,
playoff
this year?
games in the past.
Yep.
You know, we saw him almost have a Vesna caliber season last year. And even a next year's salary of like $4 million or whatever it is, it's not horrible, right? So I do think,
You were right,
I don't
Brendan,
think
he
you're
has
going to
it.
get crazy first round picks for him, but I do think you are going to get someone willing to take him. Maybe only get a 7th round pick, but I
You're talking
think
about
you'll
the
get
Raptors?
something for Anthony Stars. And I think he's the one that's got to be traded because I think Joseph Wall has kind of reached his cap. I think he's a mediocre head goalie, really good backup goalie. However, Dennis Hildeby, I think, could be a franchise goalie. So I would love next season.
I don't know. They never played the damn guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I would love next season, and even after trade deadline, if you trade Stars, bring Hildeby back up. See how Hildeby plays as a consistent backup. See how Wall plays as a consistent hit. Because that's the thing with Joseph Wall. We always say, me included, Joseph Wall's not a true franchise goalie. He's not a number one head goalie. We've never seen him as a number one head goalie. He's always sharing the wall with someone else, right? So if you have Wall and Hildeby, it'll be very clear who's A and who's B. I think next season, I would love to see that. And maybe Wall would be good as a head goalie. And I think Dennis Hildeby is a goaltender backup. You can put in confidently and give him 30 games. And I think if Wall only played 52 games, I think he could be very well. So I think that's what you have to do at this point. And, well, fun fact, I didn't know if anyone knew, but Wall plays the piano?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
didn't know that.
concert like 2 years ago. He played
Yeah, I
at,
didn't know that. I thought it was a sweet little
who
So,
was
tidbit.
it?
guys, just one
I don't remember
second.
what
Just
concert
before,
they were at.
just before we go on, I just want to address the comment. So I did pull it up here. This is Solar. So this year it's a 16 team no trade list. In
Okay.
25, 26 is 16, 26, 27 it becomes a 16 team. In 27, 28 here the second year it becomes a 10 team. In 28, 29 it's a 10 team, and the last year here is a 5 team. So it's
Interesting.
16, 16, 10, 10, 5.
So I want to play devil's advocate for a second because Funfish, one of Funfish's comments just said, why would they send Hildeby down? I will be the devil's advocate here for a second. The reason I will say this, now,
hope
no
so.
matter what our feelings are about this situation and what we think the team should do,
There we are.
Stolarz and Wool are the two guys who are currently being paid more money.
It's hard being a host.
Hildeby. So like Stolarz get paid more money than Hildeby. So they're in a
Right.
situation where you have to play Stolarz if you want to trade Stolarz. That's the issue.
Right.
So
Yeah,
that
you
becomes
can't
the
trade him.
issue.
He's not
Like,
playing.
Yeah, you have to do like if you want to trade him or potentially trade him, and that's what they're looking at, then they
Right.
need to play him. I said
just
this
wanna
when
address this
Jacob brought up,
comment.
well, you should just run 3 goalies. And I'm like, running 3 goalies never works. I said this 2 months ago that they got to pick somebody and they got to run with it. I don't really care who they pick. They got to pick with somebody and they got to roll with it. I still don't think they made up their mind.
And I
think Hildeby should be brought back up.
Yeah, and I want to address this comment that Funfish said. Instead of having 2 solid goalies, they don't even have one solid goalie. They don't even have a solid goalie because they're solid goalie. And then
Woll is solid. I'm tired of this. I'm tired.
Not
like,
this
I understand.
Series, not this series. Not.
Hey, can I continue, Lane?
I think Woll's been okay this year.
I love the passion. I love the passion, Lane. You gotta let me continue.
Sorry, Adam. My bad.
Point.
My bad.
But
Sorry, my bad.
I respect the hell out of Dan for one reason on his Woll hate. He's been a Woll hater for like years now. So fair play to Dan. He's not switched up his opinion on Joseph Woll very much. But like, I think Woll has been as bad as people have made him out to be.
I think Woll's been excellent this year.
Yeah, so Dan, Lane, before you jump down my throat about this, I don't think he's been as bad as people have made him out to be. I never said he wasn't bad. I never said he hadn't been performing up to what his standards maybe should be, but he is currently, looking at his stats, he is 13-7-4 with a .292 goals against average and a .910 save percentage. Now, mind all those stats with the fact that he did not have much of a preseason because he stepped away from the team due to personal reasons.
Yeah, good thing he's okay now.
Because Funfish, that's because I left my screen for a second to go on another screen to pull up Woll stats. That's why it lagged.
Yeah, so we saw that too. Yeah.
13-7-4 is honestly not that bad. If I'm being honest with the way people talk about Joseph Woll this season, I would think this guy has a sub 900 save percentage. Is about 5 goals a game and has been, now mind you, last season he played and started in 41 of 42 of the games he played. He did. Great. Yeah. He was 27-14-0 and 0-1. He had a .273 and a .909. So very similar stats to what he has this year. His stats haven't really dipped from last year. And I think he played pretty well last year, given he's never really been a starter. And he had to start because of Stolar's unfortunate injury during that season. And like, I don't think he started in 25 of the 25 games he's played. Has he had some rough games? Yeah, but every goalie has rough games. Andrei Vasilevsky's had rough games. Sergei Bobrovsky's had rough games.
He's had a bad year,
especially early in Marc-Andre Fleury's career. He had some rough times as well.
Bad at the beginning of his career for sure.
No goalie could go through. Look at Patrick Waugh. He gave up 9 goals in a single game. Now he was left out to dry by his own team, but Patrick Waugh, to a lot of people, is the greatest goalie. Yeah, he's the greatest goalie to have ever played the game to some people. And it's I get it. I get that people want him to be better, and I fully understand it. But Woll, you can't go rag on Woll because you want. I hate when people do this. You can't rag on one player to boost up another. That's not okay. That's not right. Especially when you look at the stats. He hasn't been. I do think Hildeby should be. I said this months ago. Lane was there. I said you got to run with one. If that's Hildeby, you got to run with Hildeby. But I still say they got to make up their mind.
I just have a question for you.
Go ass. Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. But I think we literally talked about this before when it was just you and me on here. It does feel like when Hildeby plays in there, there's some sort of wizardry that this defense all of a sudden becomes a lot better than when Stolarz isn't there. When Woll's been there, at times this team it's not there. When Hildeby is in the net, whether or not the stats show it or not, you're right, the stats look good. But what the stats aren't showing, in my opinion, from actually watching these games and bashing my head against the wall. Now, maybe I've lost some brain cells doing that. But in my process of doing that, what I've seen from this team personally is, again, I've said it before, and people have said I'm crazy. When Stolarz and Woll are in the net this year, this team doesn't play comfortable. They don't play the way how they do again. When Hildeby's in net, there's a sense of maybe not respect, but there's a sense of ease that this team plays a little bit more. They play their structure better. They pass the puck around more. They're more willing to take those risks. They seem to join the rush more. I don't know why that is. I can't tell you what it is, but I've just noticed that when Hildeby was in the net, they were playing that way. When they took him out, put Stolarz in and put Wall in, at times this team goes right back to being a turtle. True or not? That's just the opinion of what I've seen.
Mr. Dasko, to add to your point, because I wasn't on that episode when you guys had that discussion. I think that's a great discussion, and I think it's a great point. But I don't think it's the fact that the team's more comfortable. I think the team plays more responsive and better because they know they have a rookie goaltender in the net.
Dan. Finally, somebody said it.
Yeah, I love Hildeby. I think he's the future. But they always play more cautious with a rookie goalie. And I think as much as I don't like
but then they should play normal.
But I agree they should play normal, but they don't. It's just a mindset, right? It's like, are you going to be a defensive
if you give Stolarz and Wall that defense when you play, if you gave the same respective defense that you give Hildeby, we are probably not even talking about how bad these goalies numbers are. I'll stick to that. I don't care. I think if you gave this, if they played as cautious as they did with Hildeby, with Wall and Stolarz, we would have the 3 best goalies in the NHL right now.
But Lane,
what's up?
Let's be frank here, because this is not just with the Leafs.
Frank,
I understand the narrative that everybody Hildeby looks so calm, so the team is very calm around him, and it's because of Hildeby. But I'm every time you watch a team play in front of a rookie goalie, and I'm not being biased here or anything because I love Woll. I'm never going to hide that. I love Joseph, but I do love Dennis Hildeby. I'm very high on Dennis Hildeby. But
he's great.
When he plays in front of a rookie goaltender, it is most of the time teams play more cautious because you don't want to ruin a young goalie's confidence. That's a thing.
I get that,
that's a thing. That's every team. Now, I'm not discrediting that. Yes, Lane, this team does play better.
That's all I'm saying.
Hildeby, but I don't think it's because Hildeby gives off confidence to the team. I don't think necessarily that's it. Whether that's
okay,
that's
maybe I'm asking Adam.
It,
maybe I'm asking the question wrong.
You cut off my point. But
sorry, I just want to ask my question.
Can I continue with my point before you re-ask the question?
Sorry, my bad. Sorry, my bad.
But I don't think Hildeby gives off. I think that might be part of it. That could be. I don't know because I'm not out there on the ice. But I think it's also because Berube wants them to play more cautiously in front of a rookie goaltender. Now that's a mindset, whether that's a fair mindset or not.
You cannot drop that.
Is whether that's up for discussion because I don't know. That's not fair to everybody else. But I'm not trying to discredit Hildeby when I say Joseph Woll has played amazing. But Hildeby, let's look at his numbers. 5, 6, and 4, not an amazing record. Now that's not his fault. And Woll have very similar numbers.
I was just going to say that.
So if you're saying Woll and Stolarz hasn't been good, then necessarily you can't say Hildeby's been much better because their numbers, Woll and Hildeby are very comparable in terms of their numbers outside of wins and losses. 292 to 290 for Hildeby. Hildeby has a 912 to Woll's 910. They're very similar. Hildeby has played in less minutes and less games, but their numbers are very similar, very comparable. I would say that maybe the team is a little bit too comfortable in front of Stolarz and Woll because of last season. That could be a conversation.
That could be a factor too.
It's where they may be a little bit too comfortable because of the way those two played last season, where they feel like they could take maybe more risks, and then maybe they just want to be a little bit safer in front of the rookie. Now, mind you, this is Hildeby's first year in which he's had extended time in the NHL.
Right.
And I'm all for protecting Hildeby if you have to, because at the end of the day, with the way this team is playing, do you want to ruin Hildeby's confidence?
No,
not necessarily. Is Hildeby too good for the AHL? In my opinion, he is. And maybe he should be up here, but I think until Stolarz is gone, Hildeby can't get an extended look if Stolarz is healthy. because of his contract. That's no fault
Right.
of anybody else's. That's the fault of the GM for giving it to him. Maybe he paid him a little bit too early. He didn't necessarily need to pay him this offseason. He could have done it this offseason, could have done it in season. There's always that risk when you give somebody a new contract a year out from their contract ending. There's always that big risk, especially with a goalie like Stolarz, who's never started considerable time in the NHL. Like, that's a big concern there. Now, like, it becomes this if-and situation if they could trade him this offseason. If they buy out Stolarz, like Funfish had said, the issue then becomes is they have to pay out Stolarz. I don't know how long they would have to, but it would probably be, because it was a 3-year deal, I believe. Stolarz' contract, so it would have to probably be more than 3 years where they pay him probably less than $1 million. I don't think they gave him too much money. I don't remember exactly how long, and I know it's 3 years, but I don't know how much money they gave him. But they would have to pay him out, and that would be less cap towards the roster, of course. But if that's a situation they have to look at, then that's a suckish situation, given it's not even year one of the contract yet.
The thing is with Hildeby and Wall, if you look at for stats, I think for stats are very comparable. And I think Wall's having a very good year. I think this season, with not all the badness in it, I think that's the word, I don't know. But in this season, I think one of the positives you can take out of it is I think this is the best we've seen Joseph Woll play. My personal problem with Joseph Woll is not his stats or his ability of a goaltender. My personal problem is he allows the most deflating goals. He allows the weakest goals at the worst time. But I will say in his defense, when he does allow that weak goal, he bounces right back and makes a big save right after. Everything, like I would say Kiprusoff was prime example of this. You can go goalies back in history. They could be franchise amazing goaltenders, but once they allow that bad goal, the game is done. May as well pull them. Woll does an excellent job getting back after allowing that bad goal. And the other thing I gotta say too is Woll after on Anthony Stolarz, as we should be. He's playing very bad this year. Breaks my heart because I love the guy. And we're on Woll not being quite as good as maybe he should. But with these goaltenders, it's not just the fact the goaltenders are having a bad year. It's the fact we've lost Chris Tanev for the whole year, practically. Chris Tanev is arguably the best defensive defenseman in the league. And we haven't had him,
right now.
And we haven't recovered. We've also lost Brandon Carwell for 20-some-odd games. And regardless of Jacob Lakes or not, regardless it was a bad trade. Forget about Fraser Mitten. Forget about the trade. Look at him as a defensive defenseman. Brandon Carwell's way up there with one of the best. You look at Myers, who was an excellent seventh defenseman last year. Played about 35 games last year. He's been hopeless this year. Morgan Riley. I love the guy. He's having a bad year this year. Jake McCabe hasn't been quite as effective because he doesn't have Chris Tanev. The only defenseman that's played phenomenal, well, I should say two, actually. The only two defensemen who played phenomenal this, well, I guess Jake McCabe still played well. So the three defensemen, okay, you got OEL has been incredible this year, and Troy Stetzer, the waiver wonder pickup, has been amazing. But what the point was, I think one reason why the goaltending has been this bad is because the defense in front of them due to injuries or not as good or whatever. So the fact that Joseph Woll's stats are still pretty comparable with a worse defense is really good. I think it's why we've seen such a drop off in Anthony Stolarz because he lost to his defense. Yes, Ling, what's the question?
That's the trip. We got a lot of comments. I just want to.
Yeah, let's go. Love the comments, everyone. Thank you.
I'm gonna try to get through everything. We got like.
Let's go.
The first one I want to quickly. We'll try to like power run these. We'll address them.
Yeah, let's power run these.
All right. So quickly, Hildeby gets treated with disrespect, being sent down with a great season. Agree? I agree with that.
I'm in the middle about disrespectfully. I don't necessarily know if it's
I don't think it's disrespectful because technically he's still on his rookie contract, right? He still has a 2-year contract.
Yeah, I heavily disagree with that.
So it's not disrespectful. It's
I
just
don't think they're weak in every position.
Next comment. We got to power through these. Toronto's big comment is they're too weak in every position. I don't think.
No, I don't think it. I don't agree with that at all.
Actually, they're too strong in forwards, but I still think that's an issue.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think we're pretty strong
He
down
is
the middle.
waiver
Still.
exempt.
All right.
I
If
don't know
Hildeby
if they
got
could get-
traded, who could they get?
Oh, I think Hildeby's worth
pick?
a lot. I think at minimum you're getting a first round draft pick for
Yeah.
Hildeby. Very
With this
minimum.
market, with this, they're not.
worth a
That
lot.
is a crazy. The
They're-
least amount of points they could get is 66, which is nowhere close to being one of the worst
Is
teams.
that true?
That
I mean,
is
technically-
factually. I told you guys this when we did the Atlantic Division review.
Well, I mean,
I said the least amount of points they could get this season, no matter what happens, is I believe it was 66 when I looked.
technically it's 63 if they
believe
never
that
win another
is-
game.
I will look and see and tell you guys.
Technically,
but I'm
it's
pretty sure it was
63.
66.
Technically, it'd be
I
63
will look
if they
and
lost
see and
every
let you
game.
guys know. Just give me a second.
Mhm.
Well, technically, it would be 63 if they never won if they never picked up a single point in 30 games.
Yeah, I don't think that's going
Well,
to
they-
happen.
No, you never know. The way they're playing, you never know. Wald definitely deserves the number one start. Yeah, I would agree
Yeah, I
with
think
that.
at this point he does.
I'm surprised Wald didn't start.
Yeah,
today.
that's another great question. I was thinking that myself
Starting
too.
tomorrow.
Because
Starting
me
tomorrow.
being a coach, I would have started Wall tonight and Anthony
A lot of
Stolarz
Wald
tomorrow.
comments.
Now, maybe if they don't want Stolarz against his former team in Florida, maybe that was it.
That'd be crazy if that's it. That'd be wild. If that
Well,
was
I
it.
see what
He
I can
played
think of.
great there. He played great there last year, so I'd be surprised if that's it. But
Well, that's the only thing I can think of. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Is
So-
what do you want your hot goalie against a hotter team?
so Lane,
What's
I
up?
was wrong. So currently they're on
What's up?
63 points. So the worst amount of points they could get this year
It's
is
63 technically.
77. 77, they're on 63 Lane. They can't get if they don't win, but the worst based on 1,000 simulations for the rest of the year is 77. I'm telling you what
Right.
the statistics are. 102
Right,
is
and
the
I'm
best
just being
they could
a
get. 102 is the best they could get.
Right.
So the Canadian
It's a
White
big
Trash
gap.
guy. So teams that are good that projectedly could get worse than the Leafs currently: Philly, New Jersey, New York, Winnipeg. Winnipeg, Chicago, St. Louis, Vancouver, Calgary. I think even not San Jose, but Vancouver could get worse. No,
Mhm.
Vancouver could actually get better, which is crazy. But I think Vancouver just have more games. Sorry, worse is 52. Never mind. So there's like 8 teams that are worse.
I would sell high on
That-
OEL.
You have to sell high on OEL. I'm sorry, everybody. I love OEL, but he's old. He's mid-30s nearly, I think, now.
I don't think he's
You
going
gotta
to
sell high on a guy.
Again.
won't-
Oh, well, to be.
His value will never be as high as it is right now, ever again. I can tell you that right,
Right.
now. No.
I
I
want to
would
get
never
back.
trust Stolarz over Hildeby right now. Not with the way he's playing.
I want to
Not
get
with
back
the way
at
he's playing.
the other comment from Fun Fist up there earlier. I think a
Which
point
one?
is that they did start Wall for the stronger.
Yeah.
They started for stronger goalie for the weaker competitor, right? Because that way you
Yeah.
almost guarantee 2 points in theory, and that's the biggest argument. Do you put your head goalie against a strong team, or do you put your head goalie against a weak team so you have a higher probability of getting those 2 points? Right? It's one
It's
of
the
those biggest
game the
arguments.
Leafs
in
think they
hockey. So,
All right. If Funfish was
The
in
Phil- the,
charge of the
um,
Leafs,
game tomorrow, the Florida game, is the game I think Berube thinks they could win. Like that's the game that they could probably win. They have a better chance of winning over beating.
right, that's what
Tampa Bay.
Funvis is saying.
In
Yeah,
which I would
well, I
agree.
agree with that
Yeah.
comment. If I was in charge for the Leafs, I would go Stolarz and keep Hillaby up, and I don't know what it takes.
I would agree. I
Yeah.
would attach picks to Stolarz to get rid of his contract right now.
you don't
He's
have any
not-
picks.
He's not.
What
He's not
picks?
playing great.
don't have
I
any.
hate having. Okay,
You gotta
but
get rid of Stolarz
they
at this
do-
point,
They
whatever it takes.
technically do have picks.
I
They
know,
just don't
I
have
know.
picks for the next 2 years. I know you're being a troll, Lane, but you know what?
I know
At least
they-
be a factual troll.
What
I
did
hate
Edmonton
trolls that
love
are
Anthony
not
Stolarz?
No.
Someone's
If
got to
Stolarz
grab
was
him.
playing, if Stolarz started playing better, I would keep him for the rest of the year. But he's not. Like I don't blame him for today because today was just a bad game in general.
I mean,
for
one goal with the
everybody.
breakaway couldn't help that.
Yeah, but the game, like you just can't. I don't think it's worth it to keep him at this point. No offense, I love Anthony
We agree
Stolarz,
with this comment.
but
We got a medical guy in the. If ever need-
I don't
if ever
know.
need-
I can't. I'm not going to speculate on what. I'm not a medical expert. I'm not going
It
to.
isn't, but it is interesting. That
I do see his point, and what I've heard, I forget where I
That's what I
heard
was
it from,
trying to
so
say.
I apologize. But I've heard in the past that goaltenders who are taller, like 6'5" and higher, that's what
or 6'7".
Yeah, 6'7". That's what Hildeby is, right? For taller goaltenders, because they squat so much and move around so much, they do have more hip and back problems younger than other people, right?
I'm not sure if there's a new commenter, but welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to the decks. And this is a great opportunity to tell everyone, please subscribe to the channel, as it helps us huge to build the algorithm. And thank you so much for all the amazing comments, all the great comments that come in. The more subscribers, more comments, more likes and shares. Please like and share with your friends and families. Boost up the algorithm. What we can do for you. So thank you, everybody.
This is my favorite part of the show. This is my favorite part of my show. Dan plugging the channel. Dan plugging the channel is my favorite part of the show.
No, you know,
I waited to the 53-minute mark this time.
Well, you know
Dan! you got it in at least, buddy.
Well, you know what my favorite part is, and we haven't been able to do this in a long time.
No.
Oh, well,
no.
Yeah.
No.
Dan, you need to do this just for my sanity. All right?
No.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm begging it. Give me a minute.
Am I going to read the scores?
You are going to read the scores.
Oh! Haven't done this since the Olympic week. So let's go. Right now, we got Nate Dogg beating the Mammoth 4-2 with 10 minutes. Oh, sorry. Okay.
We got to pull. There we go.
Okay.
All right. Now you're good.
Okay. So here I am reading the scores. We got Nate Dogg and the Avalanche beating the Mammoth 4-2 halfway through the third period.
Yeah.
We got the Oilers.
He can apparently hit an empty net.
What?
I said apparently he can hit an empty net.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. We got the Oilers beating the Ducks 2-1 after the first. We got the Vancouver Canucks, the battle of the basement here, beating the Jets 2-1 with 5 minutes to go in the seconds. Well, this is a big game. The Golden Knights and the Kings are tied 1-1 halfway through the second. And then later on, earlier this evening, we had the Buffalo Sabres beating the Devils 2-1. They look like they're definitely going to be Flyers. We got the Capitals beating the Flyers 3-1 in Metropolitan Division. Very controversial division. Definitely check out our show about what teams are buyers and sellers on trade deadline up on our YouTube and Facebook channel right now. And then we got the Sharks beating the Kraken 4-1 tonight. And of course, but Lightning beat our Toronto Maple Leafs 4-2. Now, should I read the NBA scores?
No.
No, Dan, because you can't pronounce some of the team names.
Well, should I read the baseball preseason?
No. Those are a lot of games. And you want to.
It's Blue Jay time.
No. If he reads this, what I'm going to say.
It's not true.
He's an idiot.
I think you're lying.
Where is Jacob? That is a great
question. To our channel.
Jacob is not with us tonight. He had a long day at work.
It's very this is what we use to StreamYard, so they probably do these very, very useful music. I'm sure this music's been used on 1,000
score recaps. Love it. Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking of, a score. Back in the day. I love that channel.
Yeah.
Hildeby is a Swede. You do know Hildeby is Swedish, right? Dennis Hildeby is Swedish.
Is he actually?
So
he is 100%.
Hildeby is Swedish. Hildeby is Swedish. That sounds so Swedish.
Okay. We got to address the Raptors did lose a big game.
I don't want to talk about it.
They did, yeah.
Victor Wembanyama, my buddy.
To be fair, like San Antonio are one of the best teams in the league, and they've won like 9 straight games. You can't really say they're crap because they're better than they were last year. This team is still young, and it's like if anybody thought that this Raptors team,
Chad, do you want to see?
Was randomly just like automatically one of the best teams in the league because they acquired Brandon Ingram is crazy to me. They still have a lot of development to do.
Oh, it's got a lot to go.
And it's like they're still in a playoff spot, and they're probably going to make the playoffs at this point unless they absolutely collapse in the rest of the season. But like they're going to probably make the playoffs, I would assume.
Do I hear something crazy?
But like, the Raptors aren't that bad. Yeah?
Oh, for sure. Do I hear something crazy about the Raptors? A little fun fact.
Let me know. Let them do
I'm
it. Let
very-
me know.
Oh yeah, I'm willing to do it.
Well,
I'm
somebody says
very
yes.
lucky and fortunate to go to the Raptors game on March 3rd. First Raptors game for me. So in person. I'm very, very excited.
I want all the Swedes, D's, and forwards
and then
just for you, Canadian
The
White
thing
Trash
I was
guys.
going to say about this is an interesting game because it's the Buffalo Bills night.
I agree with that.
So the partial owners of the Bills, Vince Carter is going to be there for giving away Raptor Buffalo Bill T-shirts and all this, and Buffalo food, whatever that means. I'm assuming it's chicken wings. But here's the interesting point: standing room for that game right now starts at $72 just to
Wow.
stand.
Okay, me and Jacob have to buy tickets because we talked about this. Me and Jacob just to go bug Dan and who else is going? Oh my gosh,
Probably
I'm so bad
Sam.
with names. Sam, yes, I'm so bad with names. Sorry, Sam, I'm really bad with names.
Well, hey, come and bug us. We'll be in section 313.
No, Dan. What we need to do is get like a
I'm not going
like
to the Raptors game.
what's it called?
A GoPro?
A GoPro and attach it to Dan's head for the game.
Why
And we can
not
get
give you security of that?
A Dan vlog for the channel. And just watch Dan just do stuff at the game. Honestly, I think we should do that when we go to an Argos game, Dan, because I think that would be
Now, here's the $1 million question. Does the camera stay on when I'm taking a poo-poo?
No,
Okay.
we edit that out, Dan. That is no, you take that off. You give it to Sam when that is going on. No.
Raptors are.
Yeah, they're not.
I agree with this. I totally agree. I don't think the Raptors are going to get swept. I think they'll make it to a game 6 or 6-7, but I think the Raptors will lose the first round. I do agree with that. But hey, if they do that, that is successful for this team. This team has been LA playoffs for a while. They're back in the hunt. Right now, they're hovering around that 5th place in the conference. If they can consistently keep that 4th place in the conference to get a home court, I think that's a huge win. And if they make it competitive in the first round, I think that's a huge win. If they get swept in 4 games, I'll be disappointed. But if they make it competitive, I'll be very happy with them.
Dan, I love the analysis. That was
Thank you.
That was a great analyst.
Thank you. Well, hey, since Jacob's not here, someone's got to do it. So, yeah, right now the Raptors are left, right?
Yeah, so they'd be facing the Cleveland Cavaliers in the first round as of right now.
So if they could swap, and I've seen the Raptors be in 4th earlier in the season. So if they could somehow swap that between Cleveland and Raptors, that would be an excellent first round. I know LeBron James is not there anymore, but there's still some, legendary moments, Raptors and Cleveland's in playoffs in the past. That'll be an exciting round.
Mm-hmm.
So, should we read some NBA scores since we're talking NBA here?
All right, Dan. Hold on.
Hold up.
Hold on.
We gotta get over to the games.
I gotta get some music going here.
Hold up.
We're gonna change it up.
Okay. Oh, they got nice mellow music for this one. So I'm gonna try talking in a nice mellow voice. Right now, we got the Celtics in a close one, beating the Nuggets, 54-52, halfway through the 3rd quarter. Earlier this evening, ladies and gentlemen, the Wizards beat the Grizzlies 133-112. The Thunder, a local Hamilton boy, lost to the Detroit. I'm trying to be calm here, Lane.
Oh, sorry.
We only got nice calm music. Lost to the Detroit Pistons, 124-116.
Chill with the vibe.
Exactly. We had a very close battle between the Bucks and the Cavaliers. This Cavaliers need this win to keep home court, and they did not get it. The Bucks beat the Cavs 118-116. 160. And then we had a blowout between the Rockets and the
yeah.
Kings, 128-97. And of course, our
Definitely.
Toronto Raptors lost to the Spurs tonight,
Whipping
110-107.
Celtics barely winning is a shock.
Not really.
It is. How did I do with nice calm music?
That's
Good,
good.
Do you think SGA last night they would
Sorry.
have 150 points? Yeah. He's looking really good. Holy cow, SGA. He's
Look at this
been incredible.
James Harden's on Cleveland now.
He is.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
Who cares?
But Dan,
Yes.
because you said it, we're gonna play some more music.
Oh my gosh, so much.
For the baseball.
All right.
Will I play some?
Oh, we're gonna
read some
watch
baseball?
Lane. We're gonna watch Lane go over.
Oh, this feels like joyful Christmas music. I liked it. This.
There's so many games. Jeez.
Oh, man, it's going to take me a while. Let's go.
Oh my
Ho,
gosh.
ho, ho.
So let's go, Dan.
Christmas in February. Let's go. We have the Philadelphia. I forget
Not
your name.
Philadelphia.
Versus the
Pittsburgh.
Detroit Tigers, 5-3. Then we had the Astros beat the Mariners 4-1. The Rangers blew out the Guardians. Well, I don't call them Guardians, but anyway, they blew them out 11-4. Then we had the San Diego Padres. By the way, I saw that stadium, beautiful stadium, by the way, beat the Los Angeles Angels 7-3. And we had a close division rivalry, the Oilers beating the Rays 4-3.
The
Baltimore
what?
Orioles.
Oh,
Baltimore
oh,
Orioles.
okay.
Definitely not the
Oh,
Oilers.
I thought you
No,
said
no, no, no.
Oilers.
Oilers.
Dan, you said the Oilers. You
Oh,
said
close enough.
Oilers.
Close enough. Hopefully the Birds aren't covered in oil. We don't want that again. That was a disaster. Bad on us. So look it up if you don't know. Okay. The Boston Red Sox beat the Minnesota Twins 5-3. Oh, this is a shocker. The Colorado Rockies blew out the Chicago Cubs 14-7. You can tell it's preseason, folks. The Reds, I think it's Cleveland Reds, beat the White Sox
I don't watch
3-2.
kidding though.
The LA Dodgers defending their MLB championship in preseason, beating the Diamondbacks 10-7. The Atlanta Braves beat my buddy's Pittsburgh Pirates team. Sell to Gabe, but team still sucks. Sorry, buddy. They lost to the Atlanta Braves 3-1. The Cardinals beat Bo Bichette and the Mets 6-0. I guess it's Bo Bichette at third base for you. The Oilers tied with the Mariners 8-8. That's right, but it's a tie in preseason. And a humongous game here. The Brewers barely beat the Giants 13-12. The Yankees, see ya, beat the Nationals 7-0. And of course, our wonderful Blue Jays, who will hopefully take it back this year and win the whole thing, tied it with the Detroit Tigers
I already got 3 hits.
4-4.
All
And
right.
there's my reading of baseball scores with nice, cheerful December. I think it sounds like Christmas. December sounding music.
That was amazing.
Very cheerful.
All right, enough of that.
Very cheerful. Very calm.
Oh,
very
the weather.
gentle.
Now, we do have a guess or ask in the comments here.
No.
Whoa! Let's go!
Guess or ask? Are the Jays cooked because of spring training?
Oh
Nah.
no, because
Pass.
anybody who bases stuff off of preseason in any sport is now, mind you, I'm gonna say this because I do believe it.
This is a good comment too.
The
With
off
Boba
season,
Fett,
like
might.
preseason, spring
he
training
legitimately
means
might.
nothing.
Yeah.
Means nothing in my opinion. It means
You
absolutely
can't
nothing.
tell
about
me
how-
nothing.
It doesn't.
What?
It doesn't predict anything of how the
What?
team plays in the regular season, if I'm being honest. So, no, they are not cooked.
And there has been some positives.
Vis-a-vis spring training.
Like the new Japanese player had a home run that hit at 431
Japanese, not Chinese. but
feet. So he's looking
he's
really
He
Japanese.
good.
said
Dan.
Japanese.
No, he said
Oh,
He said
Chinese.
Japanese. Oh, I heard
Oh,
Japanese.
I thought he said. I'm pretty sure it said Chinese. I'm like, he is definitely not.
No, Japanese.
Okay, maybe I misheard it. My bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's okay. Japanese.
Okay, let's talk about Bo. How many home runs
Ooh, I
will
like this
Bo have?
question.
He will
I'm
have
gonna say-
at least. He will have at least a home run. He'll have a
I'm gonna
certain
go-
amount
I'm
of
gonna
home
go
runs.
14.
I'm
I
going
don't
to
know enough
say.
about baseball to do a prediction.
I'm going to say 30.
Does he? How many? Okay, let's look it up.
I think he's going to have 30 home runs
Bichette.
at the Mets.
Lane, you should have updated yourself on both stats before you predicted his home run total. I feel like.
I mean, he is not a horrible prediction. He
18
was
last
low on
year.
home runs last year to his standards, right? I think last year the Jays they only hit around what 19, 21?
18.
18. So I could see 14 being with a new team, playing a different schedule, playing in a different division. Right? He's playing the Mets are in the National League versus the American League, right? So he's going to face different pitchers more often. So he might hit less home runs.
So he got 11 in 2019. He got 11 home runs in 2019, 5 in 2020, 29 in 2021, 24 in 2022, 20 in 2023, 4 in 2024, and 18. So 14 is not a bad, not a terrible guess.
Your guess is more realistic than mine saying 30, but hey, I think he's going to hit 30. I don't know why, but that's just the magic number that popped in my head. 30.
Brendan's doing the classic one above,
Oh, there you go. Yeah. It's like the Price is Right, eh?
Exactly.
Bob Barker, come on down. It's your next attention on the Price is Right.
As everybody knows, I love chaos. So I'm going to guess. I'm going to give my prediction. 69.
All right,
that's how many home runs he's
going to
hit. There you go. Chaos.
That's how many show.
And I'm always right. And I'm always right. So,
Now, I don't know if anyone actually knows this, but I think the Jay Stadium is a little more hitter friendly than the Mets Stadium.
Yeah, I think so too. So that will play a factor as well with the home games.
By the way, we have to do it because where's the sound? Where is it?
I don't know. What sound?
I can't find it. Did he get rid of it?
I don't know.
I was gonna say we got a goal. I can't find.
He scores.
We got a goal in the hockey game. Adrian Kempe just scored for the LA Kings.
Oh, nice. Now it's 2-1.
I could not find the. Here it is. I was trying to find the sound effect.
And Anaheim tied it up against Edmonton, so it's 2-2 now. Well, depending who you're cheering for.
But
and the Canucks are tied with the Jets 2-2.
All right. But on that note, boys, I think we should call it here. I think it's been a big night. We've been over the scores, talked a little bit of baseball, we talked a little NBA for you. We talked a little bit about the Maple Leafs. And of course, now that the sports are back in it, we'll be talking about the Blue Jays a lot more coming up soon. We'll do some more simulations, maybe get you some more baseball simulations for if you like that kind of stuff. Maybe we'll do some more hockey simulations. Let us know what you want. But
let us know what you like.
We got to go back. Been a long day. We all got to go to bed and wake up early tomorrow to watch the Leafs play again. And I think we will be around tomorrow. I'm down.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Work. I have work. That's what I'm getting up for. I'm not getting up to watch it.
I'll be around. You want to do a lane?
Game.
Okay, well, me and Dan, we'll see.
I'm getting up early to go to work, not to watch a 7:00 Leafs game when I don't have to be up.
Going to be around tomorrow night, Adam? Are you here tomorrow night?
I should be.
All right, then. So you might see this familiar crew tomorrow. We'll see what happens if they can beat Florida and maybe get some more, a little bit closer to that playoff spot. But for now, it's been Dashing Lane Dashko. It's been Adam the GOAT. Don't let him be your GOAT because he is the GOAT. He's the greatest GOAT of them all. And of course, it's Mr. More for Your Money. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Please subscribe, share with your friends, tell your friends about it. We're the Analyst Desk, where every day feels like game day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Bye.